Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu class. Welcome back to our second lesson for the first chapter, which is Number and Calculations 1. Now today I would like to solve a few problems with you all. Each problem is of different type. So before we get into problems, I missed out a topic which was supposed to be done last week, but I could not because the video was already very long. So let's see this very small topic before we move on to the next. We move on to the problems. Okay. So yeah, last week we had done. What did we do? We did addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of numbers. Yes, of fractions. So today, what we are going to do is a part which gives you which operation to solve first. I know you've done BIDMAS before. I think you have done BIDMAS before. So let's quickly see what it is and then we can move on to the problems. Okay. Now, if we have a problem which is like this, you have brackets, you have indices, you have long division, you have subtraction, you have a lot of operations in one problem. Okay. So how do you know which one to solve first? Because let me tell you, if you don't know the right order to solving, then you will make mistakes and your answers will be wrong. Yeah. So for that there was BIDMAS. Okay. So BIDMAS basically tells you which operation you should solve first in a problem. So the order of operations, that is BIDMAS, BIDMAS, also applies to fractions. This we have seen for normal numbers like 2 into 3 plus 4. So you have seen BIDMAS being applied here. Let's see BIDMAS being applied to fractions now. Okay. So BIDMAS stands for B is brackets first. So this is the order in which you have to solve. Like if in a problem you have all these operations, then brackets must be solved first, then you go to your indices, and then your division and multiplication both come at the same level. If you have division and multiplication both, then you should do it together, and then last you have addition and subtraction on again the same level, so you should solve both of them together. Now brackets first. Now brackets, sometimes brackets may be given directly, sometimes they may be absent, but you should know where a bracket would come in that situation. Yeah. Now here when you look at this, you have a long division, yeah. So here you have long dividing lines act as brackets. So this line of yours which divides your numerator and your denominator acts as a bracket. So for that you have to know there is a missing bracket in this question, so you should know where it lies. Now here you have a bracket around 3 by 4 and that gives you an indice which is square, but in the denominator you have no bracket. So this bracket is missing, but it is actually there. You can't see it, but it is there. So there's a bracket here this way, which implies that you must solve the numerator first, then you must solve the denominator first, and when you get the final answers for numerator and denominator, then divide the two. Okay. So let's see how we can try this problem. Let's try this and see how it goes. So like I said, your long dividing lines act as brackets. So this is my bracket. So it divides it into two halves. Okay, you get your numerator and you get your denominator. So we will solve our numerator separately and our denominator separately. Now, you know, last week we had done indices. So when you have y raised to 7, it means y into y into y 7 times. Yeah. Here you have 3 by 4 raised to 2, that is square. So you will have to multiply 3 by 4 2 times. So the numerator can be written as 3 by 4 into 3 by 4. Okay. This is just me rewriting the numerator, your division line, and now for your denominator. Now you see your denominator is a mixed fraction. So what you do is first you will convert it into impropers. So you know for improper fraction, you multiply 3 into 5 and then you add 2. Multiply 1 into 4 and you add 3. So you have 3 into 5 is 15 plus 2 is 17. So you have 17 by 5 minus 1 into 4 is 4 plus 3 is 7. So 7 by 4. Right? Now what can we do next? Next, we can solve the numerators, because I taught you how to multiply fractions last week. So what do you do for multiplication of fractions? You just multiply the numerator separately and you multiply the denominator separately. So you will have 3 into 3 is 9, upon 4 into 4 is 16, upon, this is my long dividing line, and you have to solve your denominator. Now you know when you have to subtract two fractions which are like this, what do? You'll multiply here by 4 into 5 into 5. This is me using the LCM method. So when you do that, your denominator comes out to be 20, because 5 4s are 20. 17 into 4 is, let me get my calci. Okay, you have 17 into 4, which is 68, minus 7 into 5, which is 35. Now what you can also do, this is me solving each and every part of it, but if we also learned last week how to solve 17 by 5 minus 7 by 4 on a calci. So if you can do that directly, that is also well and good for you. How do you do that? You have 17 by 5 minus 7 by 4, which is equal to 113 by 2, and that is 33 by 20. So that is 9 by 16 by, now this you're getting directly on the calci. If I solve this, 68 minus 35 is 3 upon 20. So 33 by 20, the same answer. So to make your work easier, you can also solve it on a calculator. Now you have 9 by 16 divided by 33 by 20. We know that when you're dividing fractions, your division turns to multiplication. This is something again we have done last week. When you have division, it turns into multiplication, and the second term goes to the inverse. It becomes inverse. So you'll write the first term as it is, 9 by 16. Division becomes multiplication. Inverse of 33 by 20. How do you find an inverse? What was an inverse? You just have to make the numerator the denominator and the denominator the numerator. Now in 33 by 20, the numerator is 33. So in the inverse, numerator goes to the denominator. So from up, 33 goes down. And 20 is in the denominator, so 20 will go up. So 20 by 33 is your inverse. Now you can solve this. You can reduce these forms, or you can do 9 into 20 upon 16 into 33, or you can solve it on your calci, that is 9 into 20. Okay, let's do it the fraction way. So you have 9 by 16 into 20 by 33, which is 15 by 44, which is 15 by 44. Obviously this answer has come after reduction. If you do normal multiplication, you'll do 9 into 20 upon 16 into 33. You'll get a bigger answer, which you will have to reduce and get 15 by 44. So this is how you solve your problems when there are so many operations in there. You have to use BIDMAS. Now what we have done is, first we solved numerator denominator separately, and then here you have solved subtraction, here you have solved your multiplication, and then gone forward with the division. By using the multiplication rule, you convert it into multiplication and multiply with the inverse. Yes, so that is the new topic that we were supposed to do last week, but we didn't. Now let's move on to our problems. Okay, we'll be doing 3 problems, and all the 3 are of different types. Okay, so let's look at this. The first 2 are word problems. So first, before starting a word problem, you should know how to interpret the question. What is the question telling you? Okay, let's read it first. We have, a plank of wood is 3 meters in length. Okay, so suppose this is my plank of wood, the one which I have drawn with orange, and it is 3 meters in length. How long will it be if I cut 5 by 8 meters of wood from it? So you have one whole plank of wood which is 3 meters, out of which 5 by 8 I am cutting out of it. So they are asking you how long will it be after I cut it. Now if I have a total of this, if I cut this much, I'll be left with this. I'll be left with only this much part of it. I'll be left only with this part of the plank of wood if I cut 5 by 8 out of the 3 meters. So what have I done? Out of the total, I have taken out 5 by 8. Isn't this the same as a subtraction problem? Because out of the total, when you give away, if you have 3 chocolates, you give away 2. How many are left with you? What do? You subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. So you had 3, you gave away 2, you're left with 1. So in a similar manner, the total wood is 3 meters, out of which you have cut 5 by 8. How much is remaining with you? So what do you do for that? You subtract the total minus 5 by 8. So that is, the total is 3 minus 5 by 8. Now let's see this. When you have 3, what does 3 mean? It means 3 by 1. If you want to write it as a fraction, 3 means 3 by 1 minus 5 by 8. Now can I use our normal LCM method to solve this? What can I do here? I'll have to multiply 3 and 1 with 8 and 8 and 5 with 1. So it'll remain as 8 and 5 only, yeah? So 8 3s are 24 minus 5 1s are 5 upon 8 1s are 8. So what did I do? I solved it using my LCM method. 3 by 1, your any of your number which is just another whole number. For suppose I have 16, just 16. There is no numerator and denominator to this. So this 16 means 16 by 1. Similarly, here 3 meters means 3 by 1 meters, okay? Because we are going to subtract, it is easier to write it in a fraction form. If I write it in a fraction form, then it comes to your mind what to do next. So 3 by 1 minus 5 by 8, what I have done the LCM method, multiplied numerator denominator by 8, here multiplied by 1. So you have 8 3s are 24 minus 5 upon 8. So that is 24 minus 5 by 8 is 19 by 8. Now this is an improper fraction. You can write it as a mixed fraction, which comes out to be 2 3 by 8. So how do you write a proper fraction if you do not recall? It is 19, 8. You will have to divide. 8 2s are 16, 3. So you have 2 3 by 8. So that is 2 3 by 8. You will be left with 2 3 by 8 once you subtract your 5 by 8 out of it. Okay. So this was, what was this? This was a subtraction problem. How did you come to know it was a subtraction problem? Because in the question you have total length, which is 3 meters, out of which they are taking away. When you cut a piece of wood from it, you are taking away from the total. So subtraction problem, yes? Out of total, when you take away a part of it and they ask you how much more is remaining, what is how much is left with that person, so it becomes a subtraction problem, yeah? So here you understood from the question that it was subtraction. So 3 minus 5 by 8, which you have to solve with the methods that we have done before, that is the LCM method. And I've gotten an improper fraction which I have converted into a mixed fraction. Now let's look at another one. Karen spent 4 by 7 of her money on Monday and 1 by 3 of her money on Tuesday. So she has her money, her total money, out of which 4 by 7 she spent on Monday and 1 by 3 of her money on Tuesday. The question is, what fraction did she spend on Monday and Tuesday? Now when she's asking you what fraction did she spend on Monday and Tuesday, what do? Here, can you subtract? You cannot subtract because out of you are not given the total and they are not asking you how much is left with her. So you can't subtract it. So what are they asking you? What fraction did she spend on Monday and Tuesday? So here your and becomes an addition problem, because you will add the quantity spent on Monday to the quantity spent on Tuesday. So you'll have 4 by 7 plus 1 by 3 will give you the money that she spent on Monday and Tuesday. Now suppose they had asked you what fraction is left with her. So when they say what fraction is left, the word left means it is a subtraction problem. Yes, here you're not given left. They're asking you what fraction did she spend on Monday and Tuesday. So it means that it's an addition problem. And how do we do it? So you will add 4 by 7 plus 1 by 3. Again, two fractions with different denominators using your LCM method. You will multiply here by 3, here by 3, here by 7, and here also by 7, which will result in 4 3s are 12 minus 7 plus 7 1s are 7 upon 21, which is equal to 7 9 upon 21. Yes, also you could do this on your calculator. When you have to add 4 by 7 plus 1 by 3, it is 4 by 7 plus 1 by 3, which is equal to 19 upon 21. So what I would suggest is, for now, try solving problems in this manner and cross checking your answers on the calculator. That will make things easier for you, and also you'll get a good practice of how to solve things on a calc and how to solve things manually as well. Okay, now let's move on to our last type of problem, and then I will be giving you a few homework questions of these similar types, that is subtraction, addition, and the last problem that we'll be doing, so that you get a good practice of it. Okay, now our last type of problem for today is find the value of the letters in the following. Now if you can see, look at the question first. It is 1a by 5 plus 2 3 by 10 is equal to 4 1 by 10. So here you have an unknown value, which is a. You don't know what a means here. Okay, you don't know whether a is equal to 1 2 3. What is the value of a? You have no idea. So the question says find the value of the letters in the following. So there's only one letter, which is a, and you have to find the value of a. How are we going to solve this? First, you can see that all of them are in mixed fractions. So first thing that you'll do is convert them into your improper fractions. So here you have 1 into 5 plus a, 2 into 10 plus 3, 4 into 10 plus 1. So that will be 5 plus a upon 5 plus 2 into 10 is 20 plus 3 is 23 upon 10 is equal to 4 into 10 is 40 plus 1 is 41 upon 10. Okay. What did I do first? I converted all of them to my improper fractions first. Now as you can see here, this is 1 into 5, 5 plus a. Do not write 5a, because this is not 5 into a, this is 5 plus a. You don't know the value of a, don't write 5a, it is 5 plus a. Okay, and you have to find the value of a. Now you know how to solve your equations. Okay, when you have addition on this side, it goes to the other side and becomes subtraction. We know this because when you have addition on one side, moving it to the other side makes it subtraction. So what we are going to do is, the number with the variable we will keep on the same side, and we will move the other quantity to the other side. So now the number with the variable is 5 plus a by 5. So this will remain here, 5 plus a by 5. And this term we will move it to this side. So 41 by 10 will remain as it is. This addition becomes minus 23 by 10. Now can we subtract these two? Because the denominators are the same, so all you have to do is subtract the numerators. 41 minus 23, which is 18. So you have 5 plus a upon 5 is equal to 18 by 10. Okay, that is all. All right, now I can, when division, now this is a division, because a by b means a divided by b. So 5 plus a by 5 means 5 plus a divided by 5. So when you have a division on one side, when it goes to the other side, see, you have division here. When it goes to the other side, it becomes multiplication. This is also what we know about equations. So we will keep again 5 plus a. If you notice, I am always keeping the term with my variable constant. I am not moving it around because it will avoid confusion. I will move around everything other than that. So first what I did, I moved 23 by 10 to the other side. I simplified it. Now I will move 5. So 5 plus a is equal to 18 upon 10 into 5, because here it was divided by 5, so it will become multiplied by 5 on this side. So this is 5 plus a, 18 by 10 into 5. Now you can cancel these out. If you don't want to cancel it out, you can also multiply it. You can take 18 by 10 into 5 by 1. So 18 into 5, 18 into 5 upon 10 into 1 is 10. So 18 into 5 is 90. So you have 5 plus a is equal to 90 by 10. Okay, you can cancel the zeros. So you have 5 plus a is equal to 9. Also, if you noticed, I can solve all of this on my calculator as well. See, 41 by 10 minus 23 by 10 is 9 by 5, because this is wait, where is it? Yeah, 18 by 10, when I reduce it, it comes out to be 9 by 5, because you can divide 18 by 10 by 5 2s are 10 and 5 5 2s are 10 and 6 8 wait 9 2s are 18, so 9 by 5. So it can be reduced to 9 by 5. So you have 9 by 5. All next operation that you have to do is multiply it again by 5. So you have 9 by 5, which is this term. Your multiplication goes, your division goes to your multiplication, so it is 9 by 5 into 5, which will just give you 9, and that is what we have gotten here. So if you would like to avoid all these calculations, then you can use your calculator if you wish. Now you have 5 plus a is equal to 9. Keeping your variable on this side, if I move this 5 on this side, it will become again minus. So if I move my 5 on this side, it will become negative again. So this will be 9 minus 5. So a is equal to 9 minus 5, which is 4. So do you see what we did there? We kept the variable term, the unknown, which is a, on the same side. We kept on shifting everything else and simplifying your solutions till it till the turn for a came to find the answer. Okay, so we moved 23 by 10 to the other side first, so addition becomes subtraction. Subtracting the 2, you can do it manually, you can do it on your calculator. The answers will be the same, but remember to use the right operation. Again, let me remind you, this a b by c is the operation for your a b by c is the button that you have to press for your fractions. Now next step is division by 5, so it will become multiplication. So 5 plus a is equal to 18 by 10 into 5, which if you simplify will be 9, but if you do on your calculator, that will be even more easier. So 5 plus a is equal to 9. Now a remaining on this side, 5 goes to the other side, so it is 9 minus 5, which is 4. So you found the value of a, which was what you had to find the value of the letter. So you had only one unknown, which is a, and you found the value of a. Now these were 3 different types of problems that we did. We did 2 types of word problems, which were, one was based on addition, one was subtraction, and these type of problems in which you had an unknown and you had to find the value. So this is all for today. I will be sending you problems on the group. So please try to solve those on your own and send me the solution so that we can check what the answers are coming out to be and whether you understood the concept or not. And that is all for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.